you wanna be.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Schall We Talk. This is our season 1 finale. All right. Can you put an applause there?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. This is really exciting. I am so proud of us for just doing this. I'll give you a little bit of backstory, but I just want to say, do not fear. There is a season 2. We're coming back January 15th, better and stronger and funnier than ever. I don't know if we're going to put it in, but we just had a production meeting on what could make this show better.
All right.
I know how we can make season 2 better.
What?
We need craft services.
We need craft services?
That's what's missing.
Right here? There's not enough room.
That's what's missing. Every good show, like when I did Law & Order this year, you should have seen their craft services. They had so much food for everyone. And if you want Robyn happy, you got to supply food. The second thing that could make this show better is security pressing record from the start of the show.
Yes.
But you know, at the end of 2004, I had a meeting with my manager, and he said, you know, what do you want? What do you want to do? And I said, you know I always say I want my own talk show, but I'm tired of waiting. I'm just going to do it myself. And he said, great. And I said, you know, I'll put it up on YouTube, and I'll make it also a podcast, and I'm just going to put it out there. And I want it to be Schall We Talk, and I want it to just be where I do interviews and cooking segments and art projects. We did do one art project, the hand thingy. And I want to be vulnerable, and I want to be funny, and I want to do it with my brother, and I want to include my friends and my family. And I said the other thing I wanted to do was to write this one-woman play with Dr. Piano Man writing a score behind it. And both things I did. We got this up and running. We did, as of today, 13 episodes. And I feel like they've gotten like stronger and better. And some were funny, and some were ridiculous, and some were delirious. But I just want to thank you guys for being here, because you're doing it with me by watching, by commenting, by liking, by leaving the reviews, by joining Patreon, all of it. We're doing it together. So I just want to thank you. And as far as the one-woman play, I wrote it, and Dr. Piano Man's currently writing the score. And the game plan is in the middle of next year to start getting it up. I think we're going to do a New York residency first and then travel with it. So yeah, I'm like really proud of myself for accomplishing the two things, this podcast being the big one. So we have a really fun season finale for you. We are going to play the Newlywed Game, Mama Papa Schall against me and Dr. Piano Man. All right, before you get any further in the comment section, if you're watching on YouTube, comment who you think won, Mama and Papa Schall or Robyn and Dr. Piano Man. If you don't know, the Newlywed Game was this game in the 70s?
The 70s and I think early 80s.
Anyway, hold on, I feel like I have to burp.
That's
not even going on Patreon.
That is going in the episode. That is going in the episode.
That's not going on the episode, and that's not going on Patreon. No, because that men pay extra for. We create a third website. Men are weird.
Mm-hmm.
They'll pay a lot of money for burps.
Really? I know the other end, but not burps. Yeah, I know about burps.
No, I don't know. I bet you know what? There's a clientele for everything. Okay, this is not the note we should leave the season finale on. Anyway, the Newlywed Game is when you take multiple couples, the husbands step outside, and the wives get asked questions, and the husband comes back, and you see which couple knows which better. And so I asked Dr. Piano Man, Mama Schall, and Papa Schall if they would play with me for the season finale. Mama Schall said, yes, absolutely. Dr. Piano Man says, okay. And then Papa Schall was like, nope. But then we talked him into it. Although when you're watching this, because I remember we recorded it a couple of days ago, so security already edited it, and I just watched it. It's so funny because Mama Schall and I, when we give our answers, we give these long explanations, and we have such like blah, 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 blah to say about everything. And then Dr. Piano Man and Papa Schall are like, A, ocean, chicken. Like it's just so funny, like the different personalities, but also how similar Mama Schall and I are, and how similar Papa Schall and Dr. Piano Man are, or maybe it's just women and men. I don't know, but keep that in mind as you're watching. But at the end, we had so much fun, so I'm excited for you guys to watch. And then after that, we'll come back. I want to do a recap of the year. We're going to hit everything we did on the goals list and just go over our plans for next season, next year. This was an epic year, and next year is going to be even crazier because next year we get married. Guys, it is under 300 days. It is under 300 days that we have to plan a freaking wedding. I try not to think about it too much because then I get a little overwhelmed with how much has to be done. But it's going to be amazing. We're marrying the man of our dreams. We're going to do it in Mallorca. His family will be there. My family will be there. And it will be perfect. We just got to start doing it. After the new year, we're going to go full force. Anyway, let's get this episode started. Oh, wait, before I do, this comes out this Thursday. I am performing this weekend in DC and Philly. DC's almost sold out. That's on Sunday night, and then Philly is a matinee show. You get tickets at robynschall.com. And then in the new year, in January, I'm doing Orlando, Key West, and Atlanta. Those are on sale as well. And if you need more content, especially over these 5 weeks where there's no Schall We Talk, join Patreon. I'm still going to be doing the weekly videos of behind the scenes of just my life. I was actually thinking on Patreon we could do an apartment tour because I've never done that, and I feel like that could be a cool Patreon for the Schallers and up. So, and then we have the live stream. Oh, we have the live stream next week, 2 weeks. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyway, head over to Patreon. Just type in Schall We Talk or Robyn Schall, and I'll come on up. And yeah, let's play the Newlywed Game.
It's the Newlywed Game.
Welcome to the Newlywed Game. Let's meet our teams. Team A, what would you like to be called?
Golden Oldies.
Team B, what would we like to be called?
Silver Youngies.
Silver Youngies against the Golden Oldies. And let's meet our contestants. Golden Oldies. Hi, what's your name?
Mama Schall.
Okay, and tell us something interesting about yourself.
That right before I retired, I was a math facilitator in New York City.
All right. And Golden Oldies contestant number 2.
Papa Schall. My last beer I drank the weekend Elvis Presley died.
Okay. All right, let's take it over to the Silver Youngies. All right, what is your name and an interesting fact?
Antonio.
Oh, we're going by real name.
I don't know.
Okay, sure.
What's my name?
Dr. Piano Man?
Dr. Piano Man.
Okay.
Okay. So since I studied piano, I studied piano with a student of a student of a student of Franz Liszt.
Ooh, Franz Liszt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. My name is Robyn, and I am the host of Schall We Talk. And I'm getting married in under 300 days.
Unless you blow it.
I know, I feel like this game can bring out a real ugly side in all of us.
Don't get ahead of ourselves.
Okay. So this is how the game is going to work. We have a voice of questions, security. Now, you came up with questions. I have not seen. I've not been told anything.
Can I introduce? He didn't give us an interesting fact about him.
Oh, okay. Security, what's your name and an interesting fact?
My name is Security, and an interesting fact is I am one of the producers of Schall We Talk.
Okay, so what's going to happen is Papa Schall and Dr. Piano Man will step out of the room. Security is going to ask us 3 questions. Then they will come back in and try to guess what we said. If they get it right, each team gets a point. And then Mama Schall and I will step out of the room. Security will ask the men question, and then we will have to guess.
Another question.
Yeah.
What is the prize?
A trip to Mallorca. Okay.
Where do we keep score?
Security. Or like in editing.
Oh.
I feel like 6 is not a hard number to count up to. All right, should we begin?
All right, I need Dr. Piano Man and Papa Schall to please step outside.
But don't leave.
Or go to sleep.
I was looking at the bus schedule.
And we never see Dr. Piano Man again.
So, the first question.
What is one small thing that your partner does that you love?
He does so many.
That you think he will answer, that he does, that you love, that he does.
Okay. Okay.
Robyn, why
Yes.
don't you show everyone your answer and say what you...
All right. I said the thing, like a small thing that he does, which isn't small, but he's such a good cook and he cooks for me. Anything I want, he'll make. But I know he's going to joke at first saying that the thing he does that I love is that he's doing this show right now. Like, do you know, he's going to go doing this right now. But then when we're like, no, a real answer, he's going to say cook.
Okay. And Robyn, okay, tell me, what does he cook that you just absolutely love?
Everything. Like last night he made like chicken and vegetables and potatoes. Tonight he's making steak and potatoes. He's anything I want, he'll make.
Anything.
Yeah, he's an amazing cook. He also does the dishes.
And you do the baking.
He won't eat if I bake it though. Oh wait, I have another answer though. Like he will always like look at Dunkin' Donuts to see if they have sprinkled munchkins.
Well, you got to pick one. Which one do you think he's going to pick? Cooking or the Dunkin' Donuts?
Oh my god, I think he's gonna do the donuts.
All right.
Okay, hold on, I'm gonna go find sprinkled munchkins. I changed my answer.
Okay.
Okay, he's gonna find sprinkled munchkins, but he's gonna joke about doing the show right now.
Okay, Mama Schall, what did you put that... Oh, sorry, Papa Schall, like that little thing that he does that you love.
He makes all my doctor appointments for me.
Can you write that a little smaller? Just a little smaller. I'm not sure. We have to use a wide-angle lens
If
just
you
to
think
fill
this
four.
is, if you think this is small, where do you see that? Papa Schall's writing. This is how he writes. Go ahead, read that.
Okay, this show's gonna cause fights. All right.
All right, so that's
Next
question number
question.
one. Next
Yeah.
question.
If you had to describe your partner as one food, what would it be?
Okay. All right, I put chicken because he's juicy and he's meaty, but he's like reliable. Like, you know, wherever you go, if you get chicken, it's solid. It's going to be good. Every plate, like he shows up. Chicken.
I like that. Okay. And Mama Schall,
Salmon.
why salmon?
Because if you know anything about salmon, it is so good for you. No matter how you prepare it, no matter what you do to it, it's always good for you. He's the best person on the planet.
Minus Dr. Piano Man.
There you go.
Oh, and security. Okay.
All right,
And
last question.
CIA.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Which of these would your partner choose on a lazy Sunday? A. Breakfast in bed. B. Long walks on the beach or park. Or C. Binge watch TV.
This is so easy.
If you're listening, you can hear the exact
Let's turn
same.
it on. Should we turn
Ready?
it? We turn on the same time.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
See, but you said I go too small.
There's no, that's like both Dr. Piano Man and Papa Schall want to be outside and want to walk. Neither one of them want to binge TV. And what was that option A?
Breakfast in bed.
No. This one's too easy. That one's too easy.
All right, good. Then
Okay.
I get a point.
All right, should we bring him in?
Let's bring it back in.
All right, man, you can come in.
Let's bring in the gentleman.
Well, right?
I love you.
All right, so we'll go with Papa Schall first. Something that you do that Mama Schall absolutely loves.
Something that I do.
Do for me.
Yeah,
Something you do for me.
not that much. Walk to the pool.
Show your answer.
Makes all my doctor appointments for me.
And that too.
We have a pool where we live, and was it?
With my encouraging.
Yeah, we walk back and forth, and we're up to, was it over 100 laps of the width, not the length, and we walk back and forth as an exercise for both of us.
Okay,
Me.
so no point for them, but that's great. All right.
So
Dr. Piano Man, if you could, so what is a little thing that you do that Robyn absolutely loves? Like a little thing that you do.
It's so hard.
He does everything for
I
me.
don't know. Maybe just talking to you when you feel anxious.
That's big. Okay, so you're saying
Okay, so that I don't know what that small thing will be. No, I'll cook you pigs in the blanket.
you cook me bits of blanket. Damn it, I changed my... Okay, so I originally put cooking, okay? But then I said, you know what? He also goes and tries to find these sprinkled munchkins. And so I ended up going with that one. But I thought you were going to joke and say, playing this stupid game right now. Okay, so no points?
0 points.
All right.
If they were going to describe you as a food, what would it be?
Shall I go?
Yep.
Yeah, you go first.
A donut.
Damn it! Why a donut?
Because she likes them.
You're right. I should.
She loves them.
Damn it! I should have said donut. I said chicken because I was describing you, and I feel like chicken is like reliable and strong and meaty, and you always know it's good. Like you know it's showing up for you at every restaurant. You can get a chicken. All right, I should have said donut. All right, Dad. What is
Salmon.
Why?
Why salmon?
Because I love salmon.
Mama Schall, show what you wrote.
Oh my God, that's good. There you go.
I wrote it because it is so good for you, and he's so good for me.
We asked Robyn and Mama Schall, which of these 3 things would you want to do on a lazy Sunday? Either A, have breakfast in bed.
Nope.
B, take a long walk, whether on the beach or in the park. Or C, binge watch TV. Let's see if Antonio can...
B, clearly B.
B, let's see.
Ding ding ding! Oh,
There's nothing there.
Chicken.
Bing!
What's this question?
It was, what would you want to do on a lazy Sunday? Either
Long walk.
take a long walk,
That's a
B,
Yeah.
let's see.
Bing!
On the boardwalk, on the beach, it doesn't matter.
So currently this score is 2-1 with the golden oldies in the lead and the silver youngies trailing behind. So now Mama Schall and I will step out of the room and Papa Schall and Dr. Piano Man will get asked the questions.
So, the first question.
What was the last thing you bought for your lady?
All right. So, Antonio, why don't you show everyone what you wrote?
A sprinkled donut.
Yeah, sprinkled donut. What type of, what else was on it?
It was chocolate frosted, and then the sprinkles were Christmas. So they were like a green tree, a white star, a red something. So, yeah.
All right. And what was the last thing?
Wendy's breakfast.
Okay, I have to let you know. We joked around when Mama Schall wrote that her handwriting was really, really tiny. And she said, wait till you see how Papa Schall writes.
If you and your partner were in a movie, what type of movie would it be? A. Comedy. B. Drama. Or C. Horror.
It wouldn't be any of the 3. You have to choose one.
Choose one. All right, so, Papa Schall, why don't you show what you put?
Comedy.
Comedy. Why?
We laugh.
All the time?
All the time.
All right. And
A, celebrate comedy.
A is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, we have fun.
All right. Last one.
What is a chore that your partner hates to do?
All right. Dr. Piano Man, what did you put?
Laundry.
She does not like doing it?
I know she doesn't like to do it, but she's scared to do it because she doesn't know how. And she's going to ruin all the clothes. So even, when you guys were in the West Coast a month ago for the cheerleading, she sent me pictures of the labels of their clothes and say, how do I wash this? And I said, well, you have to do this program and this program. So, yeah.
And Papa Schall, what did you put?
Laundry.
That's so good.
Okay, so Mama Schall and Robyn are very much the same.
Let's bring in the ladies.
So, ladies, we asked your gentlemen 3 questions, and you're going to have to tell us what they wrote.
Okay.
What you think they would. All right. So, the first question, what was the last thing they bought for you? All right, Robyn, what was the last thing Dr. Piano Man bought for you?
I mean, my coffee and breakfast this morning.
Dr. Piano Man, will you show us what the last thing you thought you bought for her?
A sprinkled donut.
Oh, but that was last night.
I know. I messed up. I forgot. Forgot this morning.
Oh, wait, and you just bought steaks. Or was that yesterday?
That was yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, so sorry.
He keeps me fed.
So, all right. Mama Schall, what was the last thing Papa Schall bought for you?
Well, he went also food shopping, so it was some Munster cheese and ham.
Papa Schall, what was...
She's right, but I forgot.
I mean, they were both right and we were both wrong.
But I had Wendy's breakfast.
Wait, let me see how you wrote. That's it.
Would you have been able to read that?
Breakfast I will. I have no idea.
So right now we're still 2-1.
Okay.
All right.
Come on, we gotta get back. Come on. We got this.
Okay. Next question. If your relationship was a movie, what genre of movie would it be? Would it be A, a comedy, B, a drama, or C, a horror?
Okay, this one's easy. A comedy.
Why a comedy?
We laugh all day long. Regardless of what happens in what situation, we find the humor in it. We are always laughing.
All right.
What did Papa say?
What did you put?
Comedy.
Yay! So while I have you guys here, can I ask first, how long have you guys been married?
52 years, but we were together for 57 years.
Wow. And how'd you guys meet?
My younger sister and his younger brother went to school. We were in the same class, so we kind of knew each other from the neighborhood.
Okay, and as 2 people who are about to get married, can you each give us a piece of advice for us to have a long, healthy marriage?
Keep laughing.
That's
Keep
exactly
laughing.
what I was going to say.
Just keep laughing? Okay, I think we can do that.
Yeah.
So how long have you guys been together now?
15 months.
15 months.
You're catching up.
Okay. If your relationship was a movie, what genre of movie would it be?
Here's my problem.
Yes.
I wouldn't categorize as any of them. I would have said romance, like a romantic, like...
Yeah, well, we
Yeah.
all could have
How
said
about
that.
No.
I didn't
How about
say.
a rom-com?
Yeah, so you could say rom-com, but... And we laugh all the time.
Like,
Like,
you knew rom-com?
I love rom-coms, you know that.
You sleep through them.
he loves Sex in the City. That's his favorite show. Okay, I think if a romance would have been what should have been. Otherwise, comedy second. What was the other one?
Horror.
And what was the first one?
It was
Comedy.
drama, or horror.
It wouldn't be drama. So it'd have to be comedy out of what's left. But I would have said romance, but let's go with comedy.
Hey!
Right, but did you say romance? Or?
I said I wouldn't have chosen any of the three.
Yeah, what would you have said?
Yeah, I would
Porn?
go romance.
So, we're going to go you guys first. If you get it right, then it's tied. And if they get it wrong...
Okay.
Then, all right. What is the one chore you guys hate to do?
Oh my God, it could be so many things. Well, you could have said cooking, cleaning, arithmetic. I don't even know.
Arithmetic.
Okay, hold on. And I hate the garbage too. Okay, so literally, let me tell you, can I tell you all the chores I hate? I hate cooking. I hate dishes, but you love doing those two things. I hate throwing out the garbage, but we always make security do it. I hate laundry, but you like doing laundry.
Okay, I do it.
I think the thing I hate the most is laundry. This marriage is gonna last.
All right. Mama Schall, what is right now, if you get it right, you guys win. If you get it wrong, we'll go to sudden death.
Oh.
Can we not use the word death after the month we've had in this family?
Tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker.
We'll go to the tiebreaker.
It's been a rough month. Let's not. No manifestations, please.
All right. Mama Schall.
Well, there's several, but the mostly is throwing out the garbage. I don't like the garbage.
That's it. You don't like laundry. Those are laundry.
So both, they think you guys both hate me in the
People
laundry.
are going to watch and be like, so do the Schalls never have clean clothes? So for a lot of people, not the marriage, but throwing a wedding and the wedding day itself can be high anxiety. Do you have any advice for us to make sure that we enjoy the day to the fullest?
Just go with the flow. Overall, just enjoy it.
Dad?
Ditto.
All right, we ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, tiebreaker.
All right. Money is no object. Where on a date would you guys go tomorrow? We hear Antonio writing.
Mine was much shorter than that. Okay.
All right, everyone has their answer?
Golden oldies on the count of 3. Turn your papers around. 3, 2, 1.
Hawaii.
Vegas.
Why'd you say Hawaii?
Because I always wanted to go to Hawaii. But, what is it? We never got there yet.
Yes, keyword. All right, Papa Schall, why Vegas?
It's fun. It's easy.
You don't gamble, though.
No, it's shows, pool.
Okay. Silver Youngies on 3. 1, 2, 3. New Zealand. What is it? Wanna go New Zealand! We won! Oh my God! He even got the town I want to go to. Oh my gosh!
I missed the cat.
We won!
Congratulations.
What did we win?
You don't win a trip to...
Well, that's not true. This is where we want to go for our honeymoon.
All right.
Mama and Papa Schall, thank you so much for playing. Dr. Piano Man, thank you. Burger and fries at table 2. We won. I cannot believe we won. I can't believe Dr. Piano Man put New Zealand. That made me so happy. I love the man so much. You know what makes me laugh? This company, I won't say who, had reached out to my manager and was like, hey, we're big fans of Robyn. We love her parents and her family, and we would love to do a segment with her parents, blah, 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 blah. And so I asked my parents, I was like, hey, do you want to be interviewed? And my dad was like, hard no. And then I was like, are you sure? Like, it's a little bit of money and it could be really fun. He's like, nope, I don't want being on camera. So I just want you to know, I really appreciate Papa Schall for coming on. I know being in front of the camera is not your thing. But also, what's so funny is like anyone who like sees Mama and Papa Schall, they're seeing them edited.
Yeah. Yes.
Like the person who reached out to interview them is seeing what we show, not realizing that like Mama Schall, we have to like put snippets in because it's a little overshare. And then Papa Schall's like the opposite, where we'll be like, Dad, you have to elaborate. Dad, talk more. Or we're like, Dad, smile. You look miserable, right?
Yes, yes.
Or like, Dad, wake up.
Yes, wake up.
He was taking a nap. Like, in between when he went outside, when Mama Schall and I were doing our segment, he went and took a nap. Like, so just know, if you're trying to book my parents, we edit them. So they're not available is what we're saying. But thank you for your interest in them. All right. Now I want to take a step back. There's only 2 weeks left in the year, which is absolutely insane. And I have to say, we've been doing the goals list now since 2020. So 5 years of goals lists. For me, I mean, I've been doing them forever, but together as a group. And I have to say, hands down, this was our best year. And not so much of like what was on it, but how things played out. So we're going to go through each and every one and just kind of discuss how special this year was. And it's so insane because I remember we got to March and we hadn't crossed anything off. And usually by March, we've crossed off 2 or 3 things by then, and we hadn't. And I remember saying to security, like, I'm starting to panic, like things aren't happening. And then I checked my DMs and someone had reached out to me saying, hey, Robyn, there's this ice cream company called Smushed on Long Island. I had gone in and told him about you. He's really interested in helping you cross one of your items off the goals list, which is get an ice cream flavor named after me. And this is the company. So then I went and I saw the Smushed Instagram had reached out to me. So I said, let's get on the call. So I get on the call with the owner and he's like, oh, we'd love to name a flavor after you. And not only that, anyone who comes into the store on the days you pick, we'll do it over a weekend, that buys your ice cream, I will donate 100% to any charity of your choice. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. Let's do it on this weekend and let's do an animal rescue. The North Shore Animal League is like a block away or a couple blocks away. Let's do it there. And he's like, great, pick a flavor you like and we'll create something. And I was like, how do you create it? He's like, well, what flavors do you like? I said, I don't know. I like coffee and I like chocolate and I like sprinkles and I like donuts and he's like, let's make it. He's like, come in, we will come up with the flavor together. So we like came up with the flavor, and then over the weekend, so many of you guys came in. You guys drove from like far away to buy the ice cream to support. And those of you who lived far donated just to, to the animal rescue. We ended up raising over $5,000, I believe, that weekend in ice cream sales and donations. And it was really cool. I spent all weekend also scooping the ice cream, like myself. And it was just like such an amazing experience. And it was like the perfect way to kick off the year. And yeah, to Smushed ice cream. Thank you so much. So then shortly after that, I get an email from someone saying, hey, we would like to book you to do correspondence for our red carpet for Odyssey. They were having like this big concert with 5 powerhouse female singers, and they wanted a strong female correspondent on the red carpet. And I got to interview Gwen Stefani and Lainey Wilson. And that was really cool because like doing correspondent work, that's what I love and that's what I want to keep doing. So it was really cool. Like as soon as we did the first thing off the goals list, the second one happened. And then literally like a week or 2 after that, we were invited to North Shore Animal League's big gala. And when I showed up, they presented me with this award for all the work I've helped them do over the years, and which helped us get a third thing crossed off the goals list, which was win an award. That night was really cool. I got to meet Hank Azaria. I got to meet Rachel Ray. It was just like really cool. Rachel Ray was so friendly. Both of them were so friendly. And I'm such a Hank fan because The Birdcage is one of my favorite movies of all time. And yet, and like I've seen it maybe over 100 times. And I've got to bring that up to him because I saw him once at a bagel place on the Upper West Side. And like, that's what I spoke to him about. And we were like talking about a bagel place for 10 minutes instead of my favorite movie of all time. But whatever. I feel like that's what he wanted to talk about. So I went with it. So then the next thing on the goals list, we put go to another country. Dr. Piano Man travels a lot for work, and he had business in Japan. And he was like, hey, you have go to another country. country on your goals list. How about you meet me towards the end of my trip and we could spend a few days in Tokyo? And I said, amazing. So we headed to Japan, and I knew on the goals list we put kiss under a waterfall, kiss in a hot air balloon, and kiss on a jumbotron. And I was like, let me see if we could find a waterfall in Japan, which ended up being much harder than you think, because Japan, there's like a lot of rules to respect their culture, obviously. So there were a bunch of waterfalls that we could go to, but that either didn't allow kissing or was more of like a temple and it just wouldn't be appropriate. And I just always want to make sure I'm respecting, any place I go, that I respect the people and the culture and the land. So we found a hidden waterfall that like no people go to. It was like, you had to take like a bus like 30 minutes and then another bus 2 hours. And then it was going to be like a 45-minute hike, said security. It actually was a 2.5-hour hike, but who's counting? But that's because he sent us a MapQuest kind of thing, or Google direction, but he had it on car setting. So he's like, it's going to be a 40-minute, not realizing he had it on car setting, not walking setting.
Oops.
That whole trip was like freaking amazing. I had the best time. And we're going back to Japan in January. Did I tell you this?
Do you need to find another waterfall?
Oh my gosh. So Dr. Pianoman has to go back to Japan, and he has to go for 2 weeks. And so we're making a new rule when he has to be away for 2 weeks, or if I have to be away for filming for 2 weeks, let's manifest that. We're not allowed to go any more than 10 days without the other person like going to visit, because he recently had a conference, which was 2 weeks. It's too long. We don't like it, and we don't want to set that up for our relationship. We don't have children. Like we both, so what?
You got me.
Oh, do you want to come to Japan?
No.
No, because he's going to be working all day. I'm going to be by myself. Okay, but anyway, we're going to go back to Japan. What?
No, I'm
Think about it.
I'll think about it. I've never been to Japan.
I know, and like I feel like that
and
arcade thing.
I was about to say because I watch YouTube clips of like the games at.
I know.
It's like it's another level like of the games.
Just so you know, I actually would love for you to come, because he's going to be in conferences all day, and I'm just going to be like wandering around Tokyo by myself. It'd be so much more fun if you came. But then like at night, you'd have to.
Listen. I will. Think about it.
Mom would want to. Oh, well, we're going to Spain in April. Maybe too much travel. But I wonder if she would want to go to Japan.
She might.
When we call her, we should ask her. I wonder if he's going to be like, what the hell you're
The whole family, Dad's going to come, fight CIA. And
so you know how Mom said in the game show that she's always wanted to go to Hawaii? I was going to ask Dr. Pianoman if instead of going to New Zealand for our honeymoon, would he want to go to Hawaii and invite Mom and Dad? But then I'm like, oh, it's our honeymoon. He's not going to want Mom and Dad there. He's going to say, Robyn, cut that cord.
You guys get adjoining rooms.
And you're in the living room sleeping on the couch. Okay, so anyway... Okay, we're going back to Japan. All right, we come back from Japan, and then we did the boxing, which I don't think people realize out of almost everything on the goals list, this was probably the most stressful for me in security, because this was so out of our wheelhouse. Like, we're not sports people, especially boxing, especially anything with hitting. It just was like so not used to. Now, luckily, I knew someone in the boxing world, Michael, who was able to teach us and get us hooked up, and I'm so grateful to him. But when we showed up, we were so stressed out. There's a quick 20 seconds after a match when the scorekeeper is like racking up the score of the judges, that they're giving it to security, which then security filled out the form for me, and then I had to go up, and all this had to happen in 20 seconds.
And we figured out 27 different possible endings that could have happened.
Yeah, no, that was hard, but also like we're just not used to seeing people hitting each other.
No.
Remember, like, and they had us right up front, obviously, and a guy got punched, and then this blood went shooting out and landed right in front of security. Oh my gosh, that one was crazy. That one was hard. And then after that, we had Kiss on the Jumbotron, which Gotham Soccer League, which is a pro female soccer league, invited us. We had done the kicking the goal with them last year. So they're like, yeah, come kiss on our Jumbotron. And then I was shooting emails back and forth. They said, also, just so you know, we're no longer the Red Bull Stadium. We're now Sports Illustrated Stadium. So if you can you please take pictures like showcasing Sports Illustrated? I said, you're not going to freaking believe this, but on our goals list is Sports Illustrated. Don't you worry. There will be a full-on photo shoot focusing on Sports Illustrated. Oh my God, I love manifestation. I just love how things unfold. It's really cool. So then we did the kiss on the Jumbotron, which with Dr. Piano Man, which was like so cool because I got kissed on the waterfall, kissed on a Jumbotron, which then leads me to my kiss in a hot air balloon. So we put on the goals list Spain because I wanted to go and meet Dr. Piano Man's family. So we set a trip. And while I was there, I decided, well, kiss in a hot air balloon in Mallorca, like can't be any more romantic. And we also put on the goals list, do a stand-up set in Spanish. So what we decided to do was before we went to Mallorca, stop off in Madrid and do a stand-up set in one of their comedy clubs in Spanish. I'm going to say this was hands down the hardest thing we've put on our goals list out of all 5 years. And that's including scuba diving, the tip to tip. So for me, learning a foreign language is really difficult. I have a lot of learning disabilities. My brain just does not, it gets jumbled, things in my brain, like not being funny. Like it's really, really difficult. And I had wrote out my set, and then Dr. Piano Man had translated it, and then we started memorizing it, and I was struggling so much. And it was just days before we were leaving for Spain, and it wasn't fully memorized. Comedy's all about pacing and timing, and that I hadn't even started, and I was so stressed out. I remember one night I was filming it because I was documenting the whole thing for you guys, and I was filming this part, which I was never planning on posting, but it was me like having a full-on breakdown, Dr. Piano Man crying and just being like, I can't do this, and I'm going to embarrass myself because I'm going to have to tell the fans I can't do this. And he's like, it's not for a couple of more days. He's like, keep working. And then if it comes, then you don't do it. And you'll show them how hard you work. He's like, but don't give up yet. It hasn't happened yet. Why are you throwing in the towel now? And he was so encouraging. And I did keep working. Anyway, we go to Spain, and I did it. And I did it well. And people were laughing, and my comedy chops popped up. And I have to say, out of everything on the goals list this year, I'm going to put this as my number one thing because security and I worked so hard on it, so hard. It was the thing that I was going to say, guys, we can't do. It was the thing this list that I didn't think we could do. Everyone, you guys rooted me on. What was so cool also, I didn't say where the location was. I didn't say what comedy club I was doing it in because I wasn't positive I was going to do it. Up until showtime, I didn't know if I was going to get up on that stage and do it. And somehow you guys found out where I was. Like it wasn't on the website. But a couple and two girls came and that were kids and got to watch me live. It was, I don't know, could you agree the thing of the list this year?
As the hardest?
Yeah.
Yes, the ring was the most stressful. Sorry, the ring announcing was the most stressful.
And the engagement ring.
But that was the hardest.
Yeah, I would say out of all 5 years.
Yeah, because
even
it was
scuba wasn't.
the studying was.
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard, and also it's like stand-up's hard to begin with, being funny, and then doing it in another language. But we did it, and then we went to Mallorca. I met Dr. Piano Man's family. We went into a hot air balloon, and we kissed. Up there and crossed that off too. Then we came home, and on the goals list was to do a triathlon. I had done no training, plus I have bad hips, bad knees, and a bad back. So we decided to do a triathlon where we were going to break it up over the course of 3 days, bike on Friday, row a boat on Saturday, and then run on Sunday. And we decided to do it a fundraiser for the Ronald McDonald House. Now, also on the goals list was ring the Wall Street bell, which, by the way, is so hard to do. Unless you're famous or a politician, you don't get, it just doesn't happen. about a month or two before we did the triathlon, I was out to lunch with someone who works at the Ronald McDonald House, and we were just catching up. And I told her, oh, I'm going to be doing a triathlon in a couple of months. I'm going to raise money for the Ronald McDonald House during it. She's like, oh my God, that's so nice. Thank you. What else are you doing on the goals list? And I said, this, ring the Wall Street bell. And then she goes, wait. We're ringing the Wall Street bell. And I said, what do you mean? She goes, we have a partnership with them. We're going to be doing it. I said, oh my God. She goes, let me give a call. Let me see if you can go up and ring the bell with our team. And I said, okay. And so she calls me like a month later. She's like, hey, so we have this family, this girl that used the Ronald McDonald House. She's going to be ringing the bell. We asked if you could go up with her, and they said yes. And she goes, the thing is, we don't know when in September, so just be ready. And I said, okay. I planned the triathlon for a specific weekend. I figured the ringing the bell was nothing to do with it. Anyway, couple of days before the triathlon, I get a call. Hey, Robyn, we're ringing the bell on Friday. The Friday they were supposed to start the triathlon. So we go down to Wall Street. So cool, by the way.
Very.
Ring the bell, and then start the triathlon. Just for a little tidbit, we raised over $34,000 for the Ronald McDonald House, which makes our total over the years over $100,000. All right, next I was going through my DMs and I saw one of you guys was like, hey, Robyn, I know one of the casting people for Law & Order. I see it's on your goals list. He sent you a message. So I go, I see this in September. And I go to my messages for this guy and I see he had messaged me back in January. One of the casting people of Law & Order messaged me back in January saying, hey, I heard you have Be On Our Show on your goals list. Do you want to come on? And I didn't see it all this time. So I was like, oh my God, yeah. And then he was like, okay, I can have you be the court clerk, like no lines, you don't have to audition, but I was like, okay, amazing. All right, are you free Friday and Monday? I said, yeah. So we recorded, I was on set Friday and Monday. I'm going to be the court clerk. The episode comes out in January. No lines, but it's really cool because in the scene, you'll just see me in the background taking notes, and I took my role very seriously. So that was a lot of fun. And then a few days later, Kimberly Williams Paisley reached out and said, oh, I saw that you have Celebrity Tub Talk, where you want a celebrity to come over and do a tub talk. I'll happily do it. I said, amazing. She's like, I'll be in New York this weekend. I said, great. Little did I know I was getting engaged that weekend. So Kimberly was here Saturday. And if go listen to the engagement episode, you'll hear how this was all so chaotic and I had no clue. But Kimberly, if you're listening, I love you. You are a sweetheart. One of the nicest people I have met in this industry. Thank you so much for coming over. I'm happy to call you a friend now. We sat in the tub. We ate ice cream. And there was one point, again, it's in the engagement episode, but I said to her, I was like, I think I'm getting engaged tonight. Because I thought I was getting, little did I know it was the next day. And then she had messaged me Monday. She said, so did anything happen? And I sent her pictures of the engagement. So Kimberly, thank you so much. Okay, then the mayor of Plymouth had reached out to me saying we would happily give you the key to the city. And so then I was like, okay, Plymouth is by San Francisco. Also, earlier in the year, an NFL team had reached out saying, hey, you could do cheerleading, which is on the goals list, with us. But then because of the red tape, they couldn't get me on the field, and so they had to cancel. Well, the same week that the mayor of Plymouth reached out and said, we'll give you the key to the city, which is on the goals list, Stanford University cheer reached out and said, hey, would you want to cheer with us? And I said, yes. And so then I planned the trip in the same week. So I got the key and cheerlead 2 days apart. And before I get to that, the week before, my producer at the Kelly Clarkson show reached out and was like, hey, are you free next week to film? I said, I could film either Friday or Monday, but I leave Tuesday for California. So he's like, all right, we're going to film Friday and Monday. So while I'm in there Friday, he's like, oh, what are you doing in California? I say, oh, I'm crossing off things on the goals list, key to the city, and cheerlead. He's like, well, what else is on the goals list? And I was like, well, voice lesson with a celebrity. I was like, hint, hint. But he didn't pick up. And then, or he picked up, but was not going to offer. And then I said, and this, and Wicked. He said, well, what do you need to do for Wicked? I said, really anything. And so he said, well, next week they're doing their promotion tour for the movie at our show. We're having every single person. Would you want to come on Monday, since you're going to be filming in the morning, Stay for the show. You could go into their green rooms. You could show your fans the sets. Like, we're redoing the whole set for Wicked. You could sit front row. Like, you could meet people, all the things. And I was like, yeah, that does it. So then on Monday, after we filmed my segment for the Kelly Clarkson show, then I stayed and I got to film on the set and sit front row and take you guys in Jeff Goldblum and the director's green room. And it was just like really, really cool. Then Tuesday we flew to California. Wednesday we got the key to the city. Thursday we head to Stanford. Friday we practiced with the cheerleaders. Saturday we cheerleaded at the big game of Stanford versus SoCal, and it was so cool. I had the best freaking time. So to the mayor of Plymouth and to Stanford Cheer, thank you. That was freaking awesome. So we come home, we cross all three off, and then we were left with two. Voice lesson and Dancing with the Stars related. Now, this comes out this Thursday. I have something planned for next week with Dancing with the Stars related, but I'm not, I don't want to say what it is in case it doesn't happen, but we have something in the works. Also, with singing lesson with a famous singer, we have options. Like, people have said, hey, if it doesn't work out, reach out to me in the end of December and we'll make it happen. So I'm not fully panicked, although if you're a famous singer, please reach out. So in the comment section, guys, tell me, what was your favorite thing we crossed off this year? You know what's really cool? By the time we come back for our season premiere of season 2, we will already have the new list for 2026, which is so exciting. The next time I sit in this chair for you guys, we will know what's to come for 2026. All right, guys, this season has been so much fun for me. I am so grateful for all of you for being here. A special thanks to all my Patreons. I hope you're liking all the behind the scenes and all the live streams. Just know that you're really helping be a big part of this. And a special thanks to our producer, Patreons. Let's call Mama Schall and get your shout outs. She's going to want to give me her ideas how to extend her segment. Hi, welcome to the season finale. Actually, you're in this episode because it's the dating game show.
All right, that was fun.
That was so much fun. Well, you and I had fun. I don't know if Dad and Dr. Piano Man had as much fun as I.
I heard them laughing.
I did too. All right, this episode's already so long. Let's get to our producer shout outs.
Okay, we want to thank all the Patreons, and I want to give a shout out to those in the producer tier. Excuse me. Veronica, no last name, Susan Santoro, Thomas Ives, and Dr. Piano Man. And I've been working on my list of how to expand my portion of the show.
All right. What are you thinking?
We'll discuss it in my office.
Okay. You know, season 2, she's never going to actually tell us how to extend. It's just going to be, I got ideas. I got ideas. Okay, what are they? I'll tell you another time.
I want to wish everybody a happy holiday, whatever holiday you celebrate, and a happy new year. And I'll see you after the new year on our new podcast, new season number 2.
Not new podcast, just season 2.
I know. Wish you could edit that out. He's the master editor.
All right. Look, Mom, thank you for being part of Schall We Talk. We love you.
Oh, thank you. I love doing it.
All right. Bye.
And I hope everyone tunes in to hear me also.
Your spin-off podcast. I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, my God. I love her so much.
I think it's great.
All right. So, everyone, thank you so much for having a great season 1 of Schall We Talk. This has been great. I'd like to thank all the guests that came on this season. Security, 92% of the time, it went so smoothly.
92, I would say.
Is that a little high?
That might be a little too high.
Last notes until season 2. Anything you want to end on?
Craft services.
Season 2, craft services.
Mm-hmm.
I love you guys. Happy holidays. Happy New Year's. And see you in season 2. Unless you're a Patreon, you'll still get plenty of content. Everything's the same, maybe actually even more. All right, I'll see you guys for season 2, where you have no clue what's going to happen. Not even me.
Shall we talk, or can't you see? This is where you wanna be.